Hey guys, we're back. This is Vape in the Fort. I'm Tim, and today is the hardware review I promised you guys yesterday. Now, I tried to upload this about a couple hours ago. Didn't pay attention to my computer, and apparently YouTube said I've already uploaded this video, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, so I decided to just redo it. I probably, duplicated something or messed something up. But I would also like to thank all those people who sent me well wishes on my birthday. Um, Probably not anybody on here, but via Facebook. Um, Thanks, guys. Pretty cool. Um, but today is the Copper Nemesis clone. Now, before I get into anything else, I'm going to take off the K-Fon and I'm going to show you the difference in the patina after a day. This is actually over 24 hours, so like a day and a third, maybe. So let me get the button locked up here. And here's a little distance shot. Autofocus time. Getting into focus really slowly. Almost there. Screw it. Anyway, now this is a piece that I have barely touched. This is the kick ring and the beauty ring, as they like to call it. Now, look at the difference in the two. Look at that. I mean, that's amazing. The only place where the patina is not present is where the locking ring rests, because that protects it from my greasy ass hands. Now, the reason why this patina has developed so fast is because it's copper, and copper patinas really fast, but I also have extremely acidic skin. Um, I have to wear stainless steel or something that's like tungsten, something that's coated, so I don't rot whatever I wear. For example, leather. This watch band is actually in pretty bad condition. So, copper, some people would say, is not the best choice for me. And by the way, when you receive this product from congrevape, like I did, or any other vendor, you should also receive your nice H cigar box. So that's pretty cool. And it also says Nemesis Copper. The only complaint I have, other than, okay, I have two complaints. Number one, and it's the standard H cigar affair where the air holes are different spaces apart. See if we can get a shot of that. I'll just set it like that, and then you can probably see it. See that difference in space? There we go. It's like spaced out differently, but I don't use anything that requires bottom, like its own airflow. Like the K-Fon and all my drippers, they don't require that. So, let's show you the second thing I don't like. But, even though these things are things I don't like, I still love this device because it's low voltage drop. And it's really nice, honestly. Now, I wish they could have made this fit more flush with less of a gap. It does seat all the way down upon itself. I think they put a little chamfer to it. Doesn't really appear to have one. Let's just take a look here, see if I can clean up the threads. Now, there wasn't a ton of machine oil on this, so I understand how fast these things can get gross, because it is copper after all. And no, that's not the issue. But, take the top cap off here. Let me show you what is the issue. It's not billet copper, which, I mean, I wasn't expecting it anyway. I don't know why I even thought it wouldn't be like this. Let's go to manual focus. Let's see if we can catch it in autofocus. See that? It's just like the copper pipe you have at home, guys. So, you can see that they polished out the weld with a solder, however they fix copper these days. Electrical weld or whatever. However they make copper pipe. But, you know, it doesn't really matter on the outside of the mod because you can't tell on the outside, but when I open it up, take a battery in and out, it kind of bugs me. I look at it like, man, I wonder if that affects voltage drop. So far, it hasn't. It's not been that big of a deal to me. So let me get this K-Fon screwed back up on here. I've also noticed that when I try to keep these adjusted and I tighten. It loves to spin that little AFC ring. So that's another little thing I don't like. But other than that, everything else, you have these silver-plated brass contacts. Meh. I mean, they work just like your standard. It's just your standard Nemesis. It's just in copper. So I mean, don't expect a magical um, difference in voltage other than what you would expect from more conductive material. When I use a dripper, it's quite a difference. With a K-Fun, I do notice it fires up a little faster than it would with even the aluminum tubes, which is surprising, but not really that surprising. Now, if you don't like copper patina, this is not a mod for you. You're going to be compulsively cleaning it all the time. I probably won't compulsively clean this. I might even have it engraved, like have it stripped down a little bit and engraved professionally in a fashion that I like to look at. I don't know what design yet. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section below, because I mean, copper is a soft material and it shouldn't be too much to engrave it. So let me have a quick toot here. And with the 1 ohm coil, I mean, I'm going to press the button right now, and it just lights up in a heartbeat. I mean, it's not, there's no 1, 2, then it's going. I have noticed that there is, yes, a significant amount of performance. Now we're back in focus. Stop blowing vapor at the camera. That is better with the Nemesis, the copper Nemesis clone. Aesthetically, it is really a pleasing thing to look at. I mean, it's going to make your hands smell like pennies. It smells like I just dug my hand into a bag full of pennies, which I know what that smells like, so, I mean, it smells like work. So, but I mean, what are you going to do? Now, the threading, if you remember my previous review of the H Cigar Nemesis in stainless, I complained about the threading being too sharp. This threading's not too sharp. There's no burrs. I'm not cutting myself as I do this. Now, the stainless was super sharp, like knife sharp. This is, you know, it just feels like they cut the threads and call it good. Must not have been much work to take the burr off of this, so, understandably so, it is quite enjoyable to use. They did quite a good job on trying to polish out some things on the inside. And the button, I put magnets in, but there is something I do want to show you. Now, I have noticed that some of the copper Nemesis clones have a brass button. This is not a brass button. What I mean by brass button is not the actual push itself, the button itself, but what connects the button to the mod. That, my friend, is copper. Shiny, shiny copper. So that makes me very happy. I was not expecting that. I was expecting brass. So that makes me really happy. That's a big plus. If you like your conductivity, that's a big plus. I would measure voltage drop, but I'm not going to, because my batteries are different from your batteries, my addies are different from your addies, and if I give you a voltage drop number, that's not quite fair to you, because you might be expecting something that you might not get, and I don't think that's fair to you. But otherwise, it's a good little mod. It's a little hefty. It's a little heavy. Copper is not a very light metal. It's got some weight to it. And that solidness does feel good in the hand. Smells like pennies. My hands smell like pennies. It's the only thing I really kind of hate is that smell. But you do want to be careful with the threading. And by the way, see if I can get it. There we go. It's quite smooth on the button and the locking ring, so that's nice. That's smoother than the stainless ever was on either the Fastech or the H cigar. So, needless to say, that's a good clone. And I have serial number 4717. And that's about it for it, guys. Let's see if we can focus. Oh, Daniel-san, you focus. You belt me no need rope half hold up pants. But, nah, don't care about it focusing on the serial number. Trust me. If you trust me, you don't, you don't. But, yeah, that's the Copper Nemesis cloning. Quite good performance on a 1-ohm coil still. Now, I could show you a sub-ohm build, but a sub-ohm build is going to produce clouds anyway. I just wanted to show K-Fun. Now, this is my plea to the vaping community. There have been several calls to action lately from CASA, so do take the time to do what is right and fight for your own rights as a vapor. If you have family members who vape and you are somehow watching this video and not being a vapor yourself, encourage them to do the right thing and contact those people who are writing laws to enact stupidity such as high taxes on e-liquid. I'm not going to get on my soapbox because I've stood on my soapbox before and nobody watched the video. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. That was the Nemesis Copper clone from H Cigar. Y'all take it easy and have a nice night, day, whatever.